Connect the World.
Marc Lacoursière, as known as Roosoft, creator of the Igniter script, Canada.
Nick Bhatia is a financial researcher and author of Layered Money. In his book, he describes the evolution of monetary systems around the globe and also how money has evolved to function in a layered manner. Does he describe the future of the Lightning Network in a realistic way?
Yes.
I learned my first programming language when I was 8 years old.
Yes.
The Canadian flag, also called maple leaf flag, contains the colors red and white. Should the color red be replaced by Bitcoin orange?
No.
Do you sing The Wolf of Wall Street hum when you have to motivate yourself?
Yes.
Quebec City is passionate about its local craft beer. With 8 festivals dedicated to the celebration of craft beer, you've guaranteed to find some of the top-of-the-line brews throughout the city. Do you visit all of them?
No.
If somebody told you when you were writing the Igniter script that it will be implemented in a Telegram bot, would you believe that person?
No.
Radiohead is a famous English rock band that started out in the late 80s under the name On a Friday. Do you know Radiohead was taken from the song Radiohead on the Talking Heads album True Stories from 1986?
No.
In 1969, Canadian federal government added French to their official language in addition to English. In 10 years, will Bitcoin also be added as legal tender next to the Canadian dollar?
Yeah.
Will the Toronto Raptors win a second NBA title before the next BTC halving?
Yes.
Are you Satoshi Nakamoto?
No.
Welcome to the Connect the World weekly podcast. I'm Edward.
And I'm Stef. We are ready to take you with us into the beautiful world of the Lightning Network.
Enjoy the ride. And this is episode 26 of Connect the World. Stef, how are you doing this time?
Eddie!
Hey, man.
I'm okay, man. Good to
you're
see
busy.
you again.
Yeah.
Oh, busy. Yeah, I'm always busy, man. But it's really busy this time. But I don't want to complain every episode, right?
No,
so,
of course. And it was nice to physically meet each other.
We met each other last Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and we had pizza. And actually, you paid me in Satoshis for the pizza. So that was great. So we had the Bitcoin pizza day, but 2 to 3 days early. So,
it counts. It's still it counts. I think I don't know, but on the same day I bought my Bolt card from Coin Corner. I'm gonna tell something about it, but. So it's important that you use Satoshis, you use Lightning.
Of course.
And if you are hungry, then buy a pizza.
If you are hungry, then buy pizza. Oh, nice.
But mine was fine.
Did you also have the pizza yesterday then? Or?
No. No.
That's
I'm
bit too
thinking
much,
what
right?
I ate yesterday, but I don't remember. So
Spruitjes.
Yeah, typical Dutch.
Bloemkool, spruitjes.
Nice. No, but I really love pizzas, but the real pizzas. And but I had a vegan pizza, and I really like it.
But cheese. Now I remember you ordered a pizza with all kinds of vegetables on it. Yeah, and then you opened the box. And you took away all the vegetables. What was that?
No, only the red onions, because that's for me it's too spicy.
And the pepper, right? Red onions and pepper.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
The pepper also.
Okay.
But the rest was fine. And normally when I bake the pizza myself, then I put some stuff on it. And more vegetables and cheese. I love goat cheese. So
yeah. But you can't eat spicy. So
no, if it's too spicy, then for me it doesn't work.
You don't drink wine. That's what I also found out. Yeah. But you still convincing me that you're Spanish, right?
Yeah, but no. But I really love the Spanish food. Only when it's too spicy, then it's difficult. But yeah, well,
I saw you ate a lot
can
of
eat some
calamares,
spicy
so.
things, but not. Yeah. The calamares were great, really great. It's just a combination.
Eddie,
but
we have Roosoft today, right?
Yeah,
So,
indeed. Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So we used the script he built.
How many times?
Rings of Fire community. Well, I have to tell you in a couple of minutes, but I can already tell you now 145 rings up until now.
So that's a lot, yeah.
Yeah. So
the Igniter script really made it possible. That's true, right?
Yeah, it really made it easier. It's easier. But it's
to explain and to it made it more user friendly.
Yeah. 100%, yeah. So, but first, we have to talk a little bit about the statistics of the Lightning Network and our Rings of Fire community, and then the second chat will be with Roosoft.
Indeed.
Let's do it.
Have fun.
Connetti il mondo.
So last week we had a little over 32.32 Bitcoin pushed into the Lightning Network, and this week we added 22 million sats. It's not a lot, but okay, it's still 22 million, right?
And there are a lot of people waiting, right?
Yeah. There are a lot of people waiting because, again, I'm a bit busy, but it will be fine, guys.
It will be okay. Yeah,
it will be okay. I will open it the new groups ASAP. We have now 32.54 Bitcoin pushed into the Lightning Network, with around 1,135 members participating in over 145 rings.
Nice. And the block height, we're at height 700,000 and 737,000 and 585. And there, if we look at the Lightning Network as a whole, we all added 152 nodes extra. So it makes it, almost 17,000. And 44 Bitcoin more as network capacity. It's now 3,835. So that's nice. And the value of today, Stef?
Yeah, 1 million Satoshis is getting you $304, 285 euros, and 2,019 Chinese yuan.
Nice.
Connecter le monde.
And then the news of today. It's a lot, but not that much as the last week, but some interesting things. NFC sticker, I don't know if you saw it. It was a tweet from the, I'm gonna say it right, I hope, Dvadeset Jedan Bitcoin community. I think it's Bosnian, and it's a Bitcoin community from the Balkan. And they had a meetup they organized, and there is a video in the tweet where they show redeeming Satoshis with LN URL withdrawal by scanning an NFC sticker with a compatible NFC wallet.
I did saw it, yeah.
And that's funny because you can of course program the chip on the sticker and then withdraw it. So you can give a gift also, right?
Yeah, cool, nice.
Yeah. Well, that's the next thing because I ordered it myself. The Bolt card from Coin Corner, and I tweeted about it today to try it out. Because Coin Corner announced this card, and it's the world's first contactless card powered by NFC and the Lightning Network. And they also have a video in there to watch. I will put it in the show notes. And the card costs me 27,417 sats. So it's a fun experiment, I think.
Yeah.
Hope to see more of it, and I will test it, of course. The Lightning payment widgets. There's a new widget in town for your website. I think it's really amazing. 20UNO released this new widget for websites to get paid in Bitcoin easily, but it also is visually very nicely done. This project was started during the first Bolt.fun hackathon in March 2022. And it is super easy to get started. So check it out on their website. And I'm guessing we'll see this far more on a lot of websites because community really jumped on it. So it's nice to see. And then the Summer of Bitcoin 2022 results. This course is it's a global online seminar, a summer internship program. And it focused on introducing university students to Bitcoin open source development and design. Very important, of course. And more than 20,000 students applied from over 50 countries. And 83 students were selected from 15 countries. And aside from the work that they will be doing, the students will also participate in Bitcoin and Lightning Protocol development seminars curated by Chaincode Labs.
Cool.
Apart from several talks, also from notable guest speakers in the Bitcoin industry. And I think they can watch our show. Of course. No, but this is the future, right? We need those developers. So yeah. And Vyacheslav, the developer from LNTXBot and LNURL, also triggered something very funny. He made a blog post about triggering a Lightning penalty transaction on purpose and leaving LN Big Notes with a nice donation. Do you know what a Lightning penalty transaction is?
No. Can you explain it?
Well, to explain it briefly, it's a penalty transaction that happens when you do something you're not supposed to do, like, for instance, pushing information about your channels that are old. So old statements. And then you get a penalty. The channel closes and all the Satoshis are for the counterparty. So he wrote a blog post, and I think it's fun to read because he writes it very funny, as if you're with him doing it, about his experience and also the transaction proof, so you can check it for yourself if it's true what he said. And then the Bitcoin Seed tool in episode 21. Yeah, we mentioned this great tool. It allows you to play around and experiment with Bitcoin wallets and how they are generated. And this is really awesome because it's a website where you can download the HTML file and generate seeds, verifying entropy inputs, etc. So you can do it for yourself in a safe way, and you learn about it. And in this last episode, it's possible to select the last word generator from the BIP39 tool list. This way you can pick seed words from a hat, like, so you don't need to think about them, and then manage the remaining bits to generate a checksum word. So we've put it in the show notes. And then the updates, I want to start with congratulating Bitcoin Optech with another 50 newsletters. There are 200 now, and their newsletters help us to help us all, the community, everyone in Lightning and Bitcoin world. And they don't brag about it out of personal vanity. I think that's amazing. And that's why we want to thank all the contributors to their newsletter. So thanks again. And I've put it in the show notes if you want to read the whole story about it.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, really. And then Blix Wallet had some new features. They added neutrino nodes, full LN URL support, and a lot more. Also key send and LN address. And they released a sneak peek for all users on macOS. For the upcoming version for Mac of the wallet. And then Sparrow Wallets, they also had some updates. Native support for Apple M1, also for Apple. Added Blockstream Jade support and support for scanning seed QRs. And then Cold Cards. The latest Cold Cards firmware supports sending to BEG32M addresses. So I've put the link in the show notes to know how to upgrade it. And then Lightning Multiplexer announced software supports LND and improves Lightning payment reliability by allowing for failover scenarios for incoming payments. Read more about it in the blog post from BottlePay. And then there were some updates for LND. They have a release candidate for the next major version, and also two fixes, updates that I've put in the show notes.
I'm checking the Blix wallet now, the macOS version, and it looks very nice.
Yeah.
So I think I'm.
And you have a Mac, so
yeah, I'm a big macOS lover. So I think I need to check it out. But Edward, I'm so happy because it's hard for me to keep.
There's so many updates.
But and especially now, and so I really love that you are telling me the news even a day before it's released to the world, man. So thank you, Edward.
Well, you're most welcome, and of course, it's a small recap. There are a lot of more things on Bitcoin to tell, but on Lightning only, this is a great summary.
Thanks, mate.
You're welcome.
Connect the world.
Yeah, so let's have a look at the rings forecast. I saw that the 500k ring is full, the 1M 42nd ring is full, the 3M 19th and the 5M 20th are all full, guys. But again, nice. I will open up the rings ASAP. I already posted a message in our Telegram group that the guys are patiently waiting. And I think tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, we will open those rings. So thanks for your patience, guys.
It will be interesting, the liquidity for next week. So
yeah, well, maybe we can break a record. But hey, we balanced 2 rings last week. We balanced the 5 million Satoshis 19th ring. Sometimes Gossip just doesn't work out. Although Crypto Finder did his best to prepare everything, Gossip really wasn't at his side. After 5 days, the route still couldn't be built. A lot of other ring colleagues were willing to help out, but it remained difficult, especially after undecided routing happened. In the end, it was Selfkant Blitz who came to the rescue. After 3 attempts, he still managed to balance 1.5 million sats. Another challenging one, but looking at all the complications still, we did very well, everyone. And then we had the 3 million Satoshis 18th ring. Once again, a nice diverse ring with 6 participants from 6 countries. Happy to see that everyone was patient enough to wait for the mempool to clear. This time, Le Zèbre took on the courage to be the ringleader. With Lightning Shell, it became a lot easier to use the Ignite script, although working with a command line remains challenging. After an hour, it looked like Gossip was not on our side again, but staying patient and being persistent seemed to be the cure this time. In the end, we managed to balance the ring for free once again. Well, 2 Satoshis, but practically free, right?
Practically free, yeah.
Great job, especially to Le Zèbre from France, he is, if I remember well.
Bah oui.
So, oui. And within these rings, we had participants from Great Britain, Ireland, France, Italy, Holland, USA and Germany. So again, a really nice distribution, Edward.
Nice, yeah, great. And I was also thinking, well, the Gossip always gives problems, but if you guys and girls, listeners, people who watch our show, have questions to us also, of course you can enter the community, or if you are in the community, and tag us, but you can also hit us up with on Twitter or Telegram or whatever you like. So if you have a question, then it's,
don't hesitate to ask us.
Indeed. That was it for today. Thanks, Stef.
Great.
And let's go to the lightning notes.
Let's do this.
Connect the world.
Make sure to secure your home network. So change default passwords and use 2-factor authentication where possible. And keep your software up to date. It's also very important. Please keep in mind that the whole Lightning network is very experimental. Software like MyNode, Umbrel, Raspberry Blitz, for example, and many others, and LND also, are still in beta phase. Don't blindly run terminal commands on your node if you don't understand them yourself, and especially when prefixed with sudo. And the last one is also very important. Don't use Satoshis that you're not willing to lose. So if you're not aware of all security considerations, then read into it. Educate yourself, read articles, ask for help in Telegram groups with high reputation like ours, and listen to podcasts and learn by doing. Otherwise, don't participate.
Also, you can stay informed by following us on Twitter. You can find us at Satoshi Radio ROF. And follow our Lightning leader, Jonī Kyasshu. Join our Telegram groups, Satoshi Radio, Ring of Fire, and Connect the World. and check our website, satoshi.radio. It would be nice for you to be part of our Amboss community. You can find us there on Satoshi Radio, and like and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Use Podcasting 2.0 to listen to Connect the World, and you can check SAT trading for the current value. You can find all this information, of course, also in the show notes as well.
All right, let's get on to the show. Conecta el mundo. Welcome, Roosoft. We're excited to have you in our podcast. Well, Marc, of course. How are you?
Fine, you?
I will go with Roosoft, by the way, because I think you're just Roosoft to me, man. I saw your name so many times.
Then I saw Marc and I thought, well...
yeah, but Roosoft sounds great.
For my friends, I'm only Roo.
Roo?
Really?
It means ginger.
Oh, really?
Roo with the GH.
And soft stands for software, I guess. Yeah.
That's a play on words, because in French it doesn't mean anything, but in English it works.
Cool. Hey, and you started coding at the age of 8. But can you tell more about that period? Because what motivated you? I
don't really know. It's a while ago. I just made my parents buy a Commodore 64. I don't really remember who told me about that. At first it was for playing some games, but I soon realized that I could program in BASIC with it and make some menus so that I can press a button and start a game directly instead of typing the whole command at the time. I started like that, and it quickly became a passion.
Cool.
Nice. Yeah. And that's a passion of mine, but we had a question of Radiohead, and you're a big fan, right?
Used to.
Okay. Well, I have something that you would find interesting, I think. Do you know the song Videotape? From the In Rainbows album?
Oh, that's an album. I'm listening from cover to cover, and I don't know the
Okay. No, but I will pass you the link. It's very interesting because you see Tom York play, and he stops because he can't play, and it's almost like math. But so he basically created something that. All the members of the band are secretly hearing differently than their audience, so they are the only ones to hear the real song, and it's something very interesting. It is called the secret rhythm behind Radiohead's Videotape. So I will put it in the show notes also.
I'm also interested.
It is really interesting. I saw it as a diehard fan, of course, and I thought, this is amazing.
Cool.
They're really changing, well, like we are, they're really changing music. And,
are they still making new music?
Yeah, but they have their own label. They're free to make whatever they want, and that's very interesting. Because then you can really, be creative.
Cool.
Yeah.
Nice anecdote, Edward. I will check the show notes also.
it's really great.
But Roosoft, we used your Igniter script, I think, because I think by the time this episode will be released, it should be around for 150 rings or so. Is this something that really blows your mind, or did you expect that this tool will be used a lot?
Absolutely. At first, I just found when I first started making a Ring of Fire, the instructions were a bit repetitive and complicated, error-prone. But I figured out that it could be simplified just by removing some configuration. At first, it was in the same file. It was right in the script, and then write all the work to be done below a line I drew. And I was hoping someday someone will probably use it instead of the process before. And I was blown away like a year later to hear you guys say to me that it's used regularly. And when I tried to go into one of your Rings of Fire, I made the whole experience with software written by Jury. I was really impressed. that was unreal to realize it was all built on top of that small script.
Crazy, right?
Well, Igniter was a time saver also, and made it really easy for people.
Yeah.
So that really helped.
Yeah. So thank you for writing the script, because it helped us a lot. And,
thank you guys for creating so many channels on the Lightning Network. My pleasure if I helped you.
Well, to everyone then.
Everyone.
We're all working together.
Cool. Hey, we have all kinds of questions for you about your vision on the Lightning Network and the work you do as a developer. But it has to be in the part that we call the 21 minutes. So if you are ready, Marc and Edward, then we would like to enter that part. Are you ready, guys?
I am.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
Conectează lumea.
The first question is an easy one, I think. What was your first experience with the Lightning Network? And do you still know what you did at that time?
At first, I did nothing. I heard about it. I think it was Andreas Antonopoulos that wrote it in a book, or I don't really remember, but I found it led me to learn how it works internally. It was before SegWit, I think, so it just wasn't there were no implementation running at the time, because it wasn't possible. Lightning Network is built on top of SegWit. So yeah, I did nothing, and like 3 years later, I heard more and more people talking about the Lightning Network, that it was working, forwarding payments and stuff like that. So I decided to try it myself. That was a year ago, about something.
Cool. Okay. And now you are really in the community with a tool you built yourself.
Yes, I'm trying to apply my skills to the most I can.
Nice. And you live in Quebec, in Canada, and Canada is moving towards cashless society, following leading economies like Sweden, Denmark, Norway. But how is the adoption of Lightning in your neighborhood? Are there merchants who accept Lightning or Bitcoin, or do you need coin cards to spend your BTC?
There is bills from Bull Bitcoin that I think it helps to pay the electricity bills and phone bills and stuff like that, and probably much more than that. But it's seldom used in my around me. Nobody uses either Bitcoin or Lightning Network. Sorry to say that.
You're
it's
alone
not
with
real
it.
Popular here. Yeah.
And you also worked at one of the largest online reservation companies for restaurants in Canada, Bukenda, right? And one of your tasks was the integration of online credit card payments with Stripe. Not so long ago, BitPay announced Lightning support for merchants. Do you think it's only a matter of time for other payment providers like Stripe, for example, to step in?
Of course, I think it's a matter of time, but it's not now. I think people are not ready for this. They don't get that point yet.
Yeah. But what is most needed then in changes in improvements to the Lightning network as it is now?
I think the need will be adoption elsewhere where it's most needed, so that people can see the benefits of this. I hear a lot still the narrative that it's used by drug dealers and stuff like that. And people, I think they fear it somehow. I don't know, but it needs to have some better media attention, I think.
So you think the narrative is wrong, right? Or,
yes, it is.
Or could be different. Yeah,
but it probably will if one of the potential next prime ministers is Pierre Poilievre. He's a Bitcoiner.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, and I think he has a good chance to probably get there in like 3 years, probably, maybe. So things might change at that moment.
Yeah, changing the narrative.
My uncle is living in Ontario, so I will email him right away, right after the recording. I will email him that if you have to vote, that he will vote for him.
Because if you speak to a no corner or a pre corner or how you would call it, what do you say to explain it? Because the narrative exists, and then you of course know very much more than that person.
I don't get it. I'm working on it like every day, and whatever I say, most people, they just don't believe it's going to work in the future. My mother says that she understands it, and she bought some probably to make me happy or something. She's happy now because she made a lot of money out of it, but.
That's nice.
Yeah.
There are those who believe that Lightning will serve as a service or protocol for more than just payments. And how do you view the Lightning Network and the future of Lightning as a second layer on top of the Bitcoin on-chain layer?
I see that technically it's possible to send a message with an invoice or a payment. I guess I'm not sure exactly how it works, but so yes, it's technically possible to write some software on top of it to make some communication. But I also heard I'm not really into layer 3 now, but what I heard is that it probably could become quick spammy a little bit. So not everybody is real happy about that, but there are alternatives like Nostr that are pretty similar to a Lightning Network. Probably there could be something that links both of them together. I'm pretty sure we will eventually get rid of the third parties, but directly on the Lightning Network, I'm not sure about it. I'd love it, but the infrastructure will have to be able to support this.
Yeah.
And what do you use at the moment to make static invoices, and how do you look at the developments on this topic?
I just don't invoice. I keep my Bitcoin to myself.
You just hodl.
Yeah. But in order to drive the adoption, you have to spend a little, man.
I should. I do when I have to, but I just go through the exchanges. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I just don't.
I believe in both things can exist at the same time, but I totally understand. But you have a lot of experience in .NET, SQL Server, Bootstrap, Docker, JavaScript, and a lot more. And when someone wants to start contributing to Bitcoin Lightning development or applications that work with Lightning, what would you say to a novice programmer to help him out to get started?
Oh, I'd start with Bitcoin Core. I'd say install it, sync it, and there's a whole lot of API calls that can be. The programmer would need to know HTTP first to communicate with the node, and then it's easy to get call a simple read-only call that returns the for example, for Lightning Network on LND, you can call and get a list of the channels that you have with balances and stuff like that. So I personally started by just displaying it in a different way than any software that exists. And I really liked it. And then there are live APIs that they are called WebSockets. You can receive information live that happens when there's a payment routed by your node. Your software gets woken up and it gets the information. So it's possible to display this information in real time. That's the next step.
That's amazing. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And the developments in the Lightning Network and all tools around it are happening at an incredible speed. What is the most necessary to develop to get more pre-coders aboard? And what's being done to make it more user-friendly?
I think we will have eventually to do some different UI. Then command line can get us so far. But I think that we'll hit a point somewhere in the future where it won't attract any more people because some people are just not tempted by that. So we need some easy UI, and I really believe that the UI that are most used at the moment are the mobile ones.
Yeah. And then it can be also an underlying layer that the user just doesn't know it's working on Lightning, perhaps.
Abstractions. It's really important. So,
meanwhile, you are a full stack developer programming software coded in Elixir, helping the adoption of Bitcoin and Lightning Network. What prompted you to fully immerse yourself in Bitcoin and Lightning development? So only do that.
I'm just so passionate about Bitcoin and Lightning Network. That was just natural. Elixir is like a new language for me, so I like to learn stuff all the time. So that was the perfect opportunity to have live data easily coming into a new software I'm writing in the new language. You just have to write just a screen of code, and you already see live information appearing just related to your node. So it's a passion of me. All of it, the language, the network, everything. I really like it. So I get up in the morning and all I want to do is come put my hands on it and work the most I can.
Nice.
And not so long ago, you started to development on Steer. It's read-only at the moment, and it's a web app to find edges of the Lightning Network to get yourself connected with peers much further than yourself. Can you elaborate on this and explain how it will work and why it's so important?
That's the evolution of what I just thought. I just said. It's like it's displaying it has a view, the view of a Lightning Network routing node operator. So it's displaying right away the channels sorted by the last forward happened and stuff like that. And it's moving in real time with information that's happening. So right now, like you said, it's read-only because it's just displaying what's happening on the node. But what's nice, you can put it on a tablet aside your computer and just see your node, see what's happening without refreshing anything. It's just keeping it
nice.
in real time, trying to make it good looking. And in the future, what I aim to do, because I'm working with a graph traversal algorithm, so I'd like to ease rebalancing probably by finding original node routes, using probably channel size and different sorting algorithms like that.
Cool.
Interesting to have it hanging on the wall, right? Like your
probably it could rebalance by itself if some triggers happen. I don't know. I'm open to what it could eventually do to ease the job of Lightning node operators. So I'm really looking for feedback. At the moment, I'm the only user.
Well, it's nice if someone, if we can really try it out and then help. Yeah, of course. What is the biggest mistake you made relating to Lightning?
Not really a mistake, but at first I was of course attracted by the Rings of Fire. At first, the people using Rings of Fire was a small community, and what I realized is that I ended up being connected to a small subset of the Lightning Network, and my node wasn't really routing much. So eventually, there are some channels that closed, and I used that liquidity to connect to most far away nodes from myself. I have another tool that I call it with a node name, an alias, and it tells me the number of common peers we have. The least common peers I have to a node I'm prospecting, the better is the chances I connect to it right now. So that's an evolution after 1 year. I don't know where I'm going to be in the future, but the mistake was to connect to a small subset of the Lightning Network. It wasn't working really well for me.
And I saw you use Keybase.io for instant messaging. It uses public cryptography to ensure messages stay private, even for Keybase. In episode 23, we also talked with Jeff a lot about decentralized social media. Do you think this will be inevitable in the future?
Of course, I really think we have to get rid of the third parties. Not that they are they pose a problem, but we can have software that connects directly peer-to-peer. So I wonder why we would involve anybody else in the process. It was like in the past, paying cash someone, we just did it directly with the two people involved. So there was no reason to put somebody in between. So I think that most of the interactions on internet will probably evolve to get closer to that cash experience.
So decentralized.
And atomically also. Yeah. And how important is privacy for you, and what tips can you give listeners to watch out for?
Yeah, privacy. I don't know. I'm not really into talking about myself online. That's one thing. So probably privacy comes with that. Also, I think that everybody should be able to spend their money without being spied on. So that's something important. Not because. I would not like to know that a friend that sent me money and tracking where it's going and then speaking to me about why did you spend that money that I sent you to I don't know where. That's private information that should stay private.
And building more useful applications that work with lighting could help to create extra adoption. If you were built to to build something for mainstream users, what will it be, or what kind of lighting-driven application do we all need?
I'd build steer, just what I'm doing. I'm just aiming to make it easier to use, and probably right now having a routing node is like something pretty technical that doesn't apply to most of the people, at least that I know around myself. I would like to eventually make the experience so easy and fun to use that I could just display it to people, a friend at the restaurant, and get him interested in just opening a node himself or herself.
That's a change that really
get people involved, people that actually don't believe that they need that.
That's a change that really we believe in. And
I hope so. The most normal people operate routing nodes. The most decentralized will get, because one day I believe that big players will come and we'll have to be able to just route payments wherever we want. The most channels available, the most freedom we have to do that.
Well, before asking the next question, we would like to mention to the listeners to check also episodes 2 and 4 with Soul Exporter and Chino, who started the whole Ring of Fire concept before we pushed it through and it skyrocketed with our Satoshi Radio Rings of Fire community. You're the creator of the Igniter script, and the script saved a lot of work and is one of the easiest ways to perform a circular rebalance in a Ring of Fire. The script has helped make the Ring of Fire concept possible, and also ensured that novice node operators with a little command line experience dare to try and discover more about the inner workings of their node. Why did you start building the script, and what does it mean to you to know that afterwards this has been so valuable to many people in the lighting scene?
When I was introduced to my first Ring of Fire, I think that was Chino. He sent me a link to the instruction manual to how to do this. It was pretty error prone because there were a lot of comments I didn't really all understand at first. So I learned how they work and decided to automate the process and just pushing the configuration on top of a script so that you just have to write the parameters once, albeit them used many times on the bottom of the scripts. It doesn't matter. So it makes the job easier. And I made it first for myself, and I put it on the internet because I thought it was a good idea to share it with the community, and I was real surprised to hear how much it's being used right now. As a programmer, that's our pay to learn that what we do is useful for someone. That's what we all strive for, I think. So I'm real happy
it really
about
is useful.
Grateful.
Yeah.
Hey, but can you maybe tell us in a short way then what does it do actually, the Igniter script?
It makes calls to LND. LND is just the node implementation that at the moment almost everybody was using. Right now there are others like Lightning Core.
Yeah, Core Lightning.
Yes. The script is just built for LND, but so that's it. It talks the language of LND and transcribes it into a human readable format on top of the script.
Yeah.
Right now it's a configuration file.
Yeah.
It's a separate file.
Somebody asked me to separate this, and that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Then we needed to change the bot.
I think I broke something when I changed it.
Yeah, but it was a good addition because
it was a good addition.
Yeah, because some people don't really know how to use the command line. So if they wanted to edit the configuration, they also suddenly edited something within the script or put an extra character in, and then the whole script was broken. So it was a real good addition that you separated the two. So when you only edit the config file, you can make less errors, right?
Yeah. So that's how it went.
And one of the problems when starting with building a Lightning node, that you don't start off with inbound liquidity. And participating in a ring of fire, of course, helps node operators in this matter. Do you think it will be possible in the future to open a channel that is directly balanced for both outbound and inbound liquidity?
It is at the moment. I did it last week with Boss. I don't know the name of the command. It opens a dual funded channel.
Dual funded channel, yeah.
Somebody introduced me to it, and it's real easy. All you have to do is write yes.
Yeah.
That's it. Somebody starts the process by entering the size. I think the size of the channel and the fees you're willing to pay. And then on the other hand, the people just has to run a command and type yes, and everything goes.
It works also on Core Lightning. I heard. It's part of Balance of Satoshis of Alex Bolsworth.
Yeah.
I will put the link in the show notes also. Yeah, it's interesting to try out. So dual funded channels. Thanks. There was a gong, right, Stef?
Yeah. Our time is up.
We had much more questions. Well, sorry, we failed to ask all the questions, but we're thankful for your answers anyway.
It's been a blast.
Yeah, exactly. If you like, we can ask you another time to come back. We would really like that.
Cool. I would.
Great.
Definitely.
Conecte o mundo.
Yes, Roosoft. Last week we had AC Huddle, so Arizona Huddle, as a guest, and we asked Peter to come up with a question for you. So Edward will play the audio file, and then you may answer it.
Yeah, so I'm really interested if he sees in the future there will be easy migrations between the node implementations, so like LND, C Lightning, Eclair, and so on. Like, is there incentive for that? Is that going to happen, or are they always going to be in their kind of semi-walled gardens?
I think it will evolve over time, but right now, no developers of node implementation, I think they are most working on new features and stability and stuff. I hear that some node runners, they have a file problem that are growing every time. They need to address some problems. The problem for the developer that wants to make a program that calls all of them is that every API is speaking a different language. So I think what may happen is that a developer, probably such as myself, would write a library that translates some general way to interact with the node and talk with every implementation. Just a translator.
Yeah. Yeah.
But there are things that are more above at the wish list. You think?
I'd myself like to connect to every type of nodes with my software, but it's like too much work for now.
Yeah.
It's evolving so fast. If you want to implement the new features, you're already running out of time just doing that.
Yeah. And next time we have a new guest. His name is Richard Xavier. He's an R&D Lightning Ops engineer at Zebedee. And among other things, he will talk about his project PlebNet Playground. We want to ask him a question from you. Which question can we ask him?
What could be done to attract more mainstream routing node operators?
Okay, well, that's a nice question, I think. Yeah,
cool.
Attracting more node operators. Yeah. That's nice. So thanks. We will wait for the answer then.
Thank you.
Conectar el mundo.
Yeah, thanks again, Marc Roosoft, and thanks for your work. And it was a pleasure to talk to you. And
yeah, definitely. It like you said, it was a blast to have you actually on the show and talk about Igniter and all the other things you're working on. We're very curious about Steer, so keep us posted.
Yeah.
I will. And I thank you guys because you're making it real easy. I've never been to any podcast in the past, but I was feeling real welcomed here.
At ease. So yeah.
At ease, that's it.
Nice.
You're most welcome, Marc. Really.
Yeah, that's for sure. And where can people find you or follow you? Do you have maybe a Twitter they can follow or a website?
Yeah, or a website.
Yeah, I'm Roosoft on Twitter, Roosoft on Telegram, and you can find all those links on Roosoft.com.
Roosoft.com.
So easy.
Very easy. Yeah.
Great. Thanks.
Well, and thanks for listening, and thanks to all members participating in the Satoshi Radio Rings of Fire. And of course, thanks to everyone helping to connect the world with us. If you like our content, please support us in our mission. Visit our website, connecttheworld.live, where you can donate and subscribe, like, and share our content on your favorite platform. We need you to complete our mission, connect the world, and keep those nodes running, sats flowing, and rings burning with Igniter script. And see you all next week with Richard Xavier on the same Lightning channel. Au revoir, Marc.
Ma salama.
Ciao.